Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Man. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, share this with your friends and family on social media, and of course, subscribe. Today we are talking Michigan closing in on a very important recruit in the 2027 class, what that means for the 27 class, and of course, I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little bro, man. And I'ma tell them where I'm at. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. First things first, ladies and gentlemen, we are a little over a week away from number one running back in the class of 2026, five-star Savian Haidider out of Mineral, Virginia, making his college decision. Remember, that is on Tuesday the 19th. We will be live for that live reaction for it. Be sure to tune in right here to the Maize Madman channel for it. And speaking of, Savian Haidider is expected to be a Wolverine. One of the current Wolverines, also from the state of Virginia, Shamari Earls, maybe let the cat out of the bag a little soon when he was speaking with 24/7's Sam Webb, speaking about a potential pipeline between Virginia and Ann Arbor, which really exists already when you look at some of the talent on the team. In 26, you've got Travis Johnson, also from Virginia. Shamari Earls is on that team from Virginia. I could keep going on kids from Virginia, but Savian Haidider, the number one running back, speaking on that pipeline, Shamari Earls let loose that, hey, we've already got 3 Virginia guys in the class. There could be a potential 4th. And he didn't say potential. He said we will be getting a 4th in the class. You make the deduction, Savian Haidider commits in a little over a week. It only makes sense that it's him, which would add to what is already a tremendous running back room for the Wolverines, with the potential of both Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall returning next year, although see what happens there, though. Also, you bring back Micah Kapana, you bring it, Kuzdal, I think, is eligible for another season. The guys on the young guys, the freshmen there now, Donovan Johnson, who I believe is going to take a red shirt, Jasper Parker, who I know the coaching staff wants to get in some games, but still may be eligible for a red shirt. These guys are super talented already. You only add to that talent level with a guy like Savian Haidider, who immediately is going to come in and challenge for snaps. I think it's a great problem for the Wolverines to have, stacking that running back room the way that they're stacking it. You see teams, rivals even of the Wolverines, like the other state, who have, these stacked wide receiver rooms. And then you look at Michigan, who has the same opportunity along that offensive line where they've been stacking talent, in the running back room, another position where they really have stacked talent. And speaking of that, Michigan is also stacking talent in another area. Before we move on to our next segment, I want to take this time to remind everyone to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and become a member if you haven't already. You get access to exclusive perks, including the once monthly Avengers show with myself, Johnny Olden Jr., and the guys from Michigan Voice of College Football, TJ Ronan and John Diadamo, as well as, of course, the Eminem crew, Kinetic and the Maniac. You also, if you come in at the highest level, you will get your very own custom emoji to display in the chat. When everybody else is using the generic emojis or the ones that everybody has access to, you can use your very own custom emoji. So think about that. And while you're at it, join the Discord. It's absolutely free. This is where we organize events. If you went to the spring game and you weren't in the Discord a season ago, then you missed out a lot. We were able to, meet up with a lot of the people in the chat. It was a great time. So join the Discord as well. That being the quarterback room. When you think about Bryce Underwood, the number one overall recruit, number one player in the state of Michigan, number one quarterback in his class in 25, then you follow that up by getting Smigiel in the 26 class, another top 10 quarterback in his class. And now in 27, it's rumored Wiltfong has dropped the Fong bomb on Michigan landing Peter Bourque, the quarterback out of Massachusetts, another top 10 quarterback, number 8 quarterback in the class of 2027. In addition to that, he is the 88th ranked player nationally. He is 75th on the composite, the number one player in the state of Massachusetts. Peter Bourque would be a tremendous get for Michigan, especially this early, because you think about it, the quarterback is really the most important player in these recruiting classes, because once you get the quarterback, other guys want to come play with that guy. And Peter Bourque is certainly that guy. You look at the film, he's absolutely able to make all the throws. He's a big kid already, 6'4", 195 pounds. Definitely can see the entire field and make all the throws at any point on the field. So this would be a tremendous get for Michigan. One of the things, though, that it does raise an eyebrow to is this. Michigan was in on 2 other quarterbacks in the 2027 class, 3 really if we include Trey Taylor, right? And that is the number 1 quarterback in the class and the number 1 player in the class, Elijah Haven, 6'5", 215 pounds already going into his junior year, as well as another Louisiana quarterback, and that is Malachi Ziegler, 6'2", 210-pounder, also from Louisiana, ranked just below Peter Bourque on that quarterback list. He is the number 9 quarterback, of course, Bourque, the number 8 quarterback. So this is interesting where it would leave Michigan as it relates to Ziegler and Haven. Now, almost immediately with the Fong bomb for Bourque to Michigan, another Fong bomb came in for Ziegler to SMU, because for him, it was a 2-team race really between SMU and Michigan, and for Bourque, it was a 2-team race between Michigan, and Penn State. So if he goes to Michigan, it looks like Ziegler is going to make the decision to go to SMU, which is fine. That makes sense. But the number 1 player in the class is still out there, and that's Elijah Haven. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where it really gets interesting. Elijah Haven has made at least 3 or 4 trips to Ann Arbor on his own dime. These all, unofficial visits to Ann Arbor. An absolute stud, a guy that I would love to have for Michigan, especially to follow a guy like Bryce, who is, a similar build to this guy, similar athletic ability. No disrespect to anybody else, because Bourque is absolutely a great and tremendous quarterback in his own right. But talk to me in the comments section. Where do you think this leaves Michigan? Would Haven still be interested in Michigan if Bourque commits? Heck, if he is still interested and he commits later on, does Bourque stay in the class? Let's talk about it all in the comment section. Do you think it's over with Michigan and Ziegler? If they get Bourque, let's talk about all of that. But it doesn't stop there with this quarterback conundrum, because in the very next class in 28, Donald Tabron from Michigan, the number 1 quarterback in the state of Michigan in 28, would also be a target for the Wolverines, is a target for the Wolverines. So it is really an interesting situation that Michigan finds themselves in as it pertains to these quarterbacks. But talk to me in the comment section. What do you think happens with all of this? Also, be sure to tune in this Thursday. We got Michigan legend Billy Taylor on for Throwback Thursday this Thursday. It's going to be a great show, very insightful, I'm sure. Tune in live. Monday, Maize Monday with me, the Maniac Kinetic. We'll be right here this upcoming Monday as well. Till next time, you know the slogan. Stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. So I just don't get that all that Maize and that lock and all that. I just don't get it. So it's fair. And how the
Oh my God, we're shutting the damn live down. Good night, everybody.